What's happening, y'all? It's your boy AJ, and I'm back again with another video. Now, why am I making this video? And why am I not filming my Genesis? Why am I not filming my Miata? That's a good question. Well, guys, the answer is very simple. I just bought an SUV. It's an old SUV, but it's actually a very good, reliable one for business purposes. But this will be a nice SUV. Simply due to the fact that it has a 2.5 liter engine. It's got pretty low miles. We won't get into all that. It's a 2.5 liter engine, as I said, so these are actually quite reliable. This is a 2015 Ford Escape, and yeah, very good car. If I want to do personal road trips, if I need to use it for any type of business, it's perfect. Gets the job done. These motors are the same motors that can be found in the Ford Fusion sedans, and these are much more preferable. I mean, the hybrids are great, but these are much more preferable versus the 1.5 liter or 1.6 liter EcoBoost. So if you're ever considering a very, very durable SUV, this is probably one to go for. These motors last 400,000 miles. I would say if you take care of and maintain them pretty well. Now, the reason why I'm making this video, and this video might be longer than other videos you've watched on the same topic, but I promise I will make sure each piece is documented step by step so that your time is not wasted. Now, I'm making this video because if you also own a 2013 to 2015 Ford Escape, and you happen to be like me the other day trying to go somewhere, and your engine was not turning over simply due to the fact that your battery was dead, then that is probably what left you stranded, just like me. So that's why I'm making this video, because I don't want you to be stranded. Because unfortunately, in this particular vehicle, if your battery dies and you don't have the right tools or know what tools you need, you're not going anywhere. So sit tight and let's get right into it. Now, as far as what you're gonna need to do when you identify this problem, let's say your Ford Escape does not want to turn on. So here, let's open the car real quick. 1 second, guys. I'm trying to do all this with one hand, guys. God bless me. All right. So first thing what you want to do, which I've already done, is pop the hood. So this is where you want to go ahead and pop the hood, all right? That's your little hood pop lever. And as I said, right, here are the symptoms. Here are the symptoms. If your car is doing this, you probably need a new battery. So that's what led us to this point, guys. But you know, in some cars you can get pretty lucky. I mean, you can use your little 10 millimeter. Sometimes you can just screw those damn hex bolts off by hand. It's so loose. But not on this car. Not gonna happen. So on this car, you need a couple tools, guys. A couple tools that you're gonna need. Hold on. The couple tools that you will need are 15 millimeter. You're gonna need a T25. So I have a full set here, but you're gonna need a T25 Torx. And you're also gonna need a flathead. So you're gonna need the 15 millimeter. I'll show you guys exactly what you're gonna need everything for. You will need the 15 millimeter for this windshield wiper. So there's a lot of components that go into this. You're gonna need to take this windshield wiper off. There's a cover here. We'll go ahead and take that off to start. Then you're gonna go ahead and take this bolt off. This bolt is 15 millimeters. There are some people online that will say it's 14. This is a 15 millimeter bolt. So once you get that on, you can go ahead and pop that off. Pop that 15 millimeter bolt off. You're gonna need two 10 millimeters, I believe, on both sides. There's also another 10 millimeter on this side that I've already got loose. Same here, another 15 millimeter on the windshield wiper. And then for the master slave cylinder reservoir, you will need the T25 Torque, which fits right in there just like that. And you can get this little case off of Amazon for like $13, and it's got a bajillion torques in there. I mean, look at all that. I don't think I'll ever need to buy another torque set again. So that's pretty clear. That's pretty easy. Let's get started. I've already got a head start on this. You're gonna take your 15 millimeter, get this windshield wiper off. Now, one of the keys to getting the windshield wiper off, obviously remember which orientation it's in, but you're going to need to use this and pull towards you, right? So pull towards you, because once you pull towards you, if you just try to pull it up, it's gonna be stuck. You need to actually pull it towards you so that it can come off and come off of this hinge right here. Otherwise, it'll just be stuck. So we'll keep that there. Next, what we're gonna do, as I said, is we've already loosened these up. So you can go ahead, these are 10 millimeter bolts. Go ahead and take these off as well. Make it simple and easy. I just need to access this battery. Come on. Come on. Boom. There we go. We just put all our little bolts right there on the side. No big deal. No big deal. We can also take this and just stick that like that. Now we can go ahead and take this off. Once you got that off, we just need to get this middle portion off. Which are these tabs? So I'm just assuming that you just have to pop these tabs up like this. Similar to that. Yeah, like that. Pop them off, I'm guessing. Oh shoot, we just lost one. Well, we'll get that. We'll get back with you guys when I get all these off. All right, guys, so as expected, those are pretty easy, where I pretty much left off. You just pry those off. I lost one of them. I don't know where it went. I can't even find it. It sounded like it hit the ground, but I guess it didn't. But yes, you just pry them off and then you pull them all off like that. So next, I'll take my T25 and I'll go ahead and loosen this up. Take this off. Here, I'm gonna get this off and I'll get back with you guys in a second when this is off so I don't drop this. All right, guys, so we are back. Now, where we left off was we were trying to, we basically were pulling this off the clips, so you can easily get this back on track. You don't have to ever worry about those not working and going back into place as long as you just line it up with the windshield wiper holder. But what we wanna do is, what I was trying to figure out, guys, is if you can take this battery out of here by just taking this one side out, but it's not efficient. You need to, since there are two pieces here, you need to remove, there's a screw. So this piece here also has a screw right here that you need to remove. So you have to go ahead and remove this screw, and you need to do it on both sides. So you do have to take off both wipers, guys, in order for it to be efficient. Otherwise, you're gonna be working within very limited space. But once you do take it off, again, you wanna identify this bolt right here, and you wanna go ahead and take this off. So I'll go ahead and unscrew this. You guys can see exactly how it's done in real time. And then you'll see exactly how we get access to the battery. The other screw is right here, right here. So I'll go ahead and take this off. Yeah, I'm unscrewing it. Jeez. All right, now once we've done that, then this whole thing can move out. All right, that's what we want, right? And then that will give us access to the battery right here. Now we can go ahead and change it. All right, I'm gonna go put this new battery in here. All right, guys, so one thing I did not realize would happen when I was trying to take this battery off, after you get this side off and you also get the tie down off, which is right here, so that's 310s. You have this, which kind of gets in the way, this metal piece right here, so I just used my crescent wrench to basically just loosen it up, and now it'll be pretty easy to take off if I want to. I was going to use some pliers, but I didn't want to chafe it, so now I'll be able to take it out, and I'm going to go ahead and plop the new battery in right now. And just like that, guys, out with the old and in with the new. So now we'll go ahead and just take this plastic stuff off. Make sure you put your positive this side, guys, just like how you scooped it out. So you scoop it out. Where you can scoop this out, guys, is you lean it forward and then lift it out from the back. Otherwise, if you try to lift this up, it's just not going to work. So lean it forward, scoot it out from the back. Once you're done, positive, negative, attach everything back, screw everything down, and then we'll do a final startup once we've got everything back together. I'll get right back with you guys in just a second. And boom, we are back, guys. Factory fresh. All our clips, our wipers back in place, all of our bolts, our master cylinder back in place. Can't even see the battery anymore. So did we do a good job? All right, since Ford decided to wake up on the wrong side of the bed to make us take an hour to swap our battery, let's hopefully make sure we didn't waste our time here, because that'd be unfortunate, wouldn't it, guys? Unfortunate. Boom, shakalaka. Beautiful. Just what we want. Now I can move my car. Now I can go do things. Anyways, if this video helped you guys, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Really simple, it's free. Hype the video if you can. Go support your boy. And yeah, make sure you guys don't forget to hit the subscription button and the bell to notify when I drop more content if you like this video and content like this. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Adios.